Now that the game has been out for a full week, I finally had the chance to sit down and get into the latest Ubisoft product, Assassin's Creed Mirage. I didn't even plan on making an initial first impressions video, but I felt that so far, there's been a substantial amount of differences and new features that have stuck out to me. This is even considering that I've only logged 2 hours on the game, and while some of that time has just consisted of me grooving to the main menu music, I've completed what I would call the introduction to the game. Here are my thoughts so far. Right off the bat, the graphics, mechanics, and sounds feel fresh and unique to the franchise. Obviously there can be comparisons made to the only other next-gen game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but I can confidently say that this game looks better. I'm playing on my PlayStation 5 with a pretty basic gaming monitor, but the colors and graphics look great. I essentially kept all of the default settings for this, except sliding the contrast up from 5 to 6 because why not? From what I've gathered so far, it seems like there's been an emphasis put on the graphics in this game from what I'm seeing with the cutscenes and overall theatrics. Getting into gameplay features, there have been a couple that I've noticed so far that I'm all for right now. First things first, Eagle Vision makes its return to the franchise as usual, but with a different flavor here. I found it really beneficial to use, as it even seems like the colors changed to match different settings. In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I really don't remember finding myself relying on that version of Eagle Vision too often. Something else that I noticed about the Eagle Vision is that not only did I find the enemies more visible because of this, but their line of sight is indicated. And as far as I know, this is the first time that this has been included in the franchise, and it's really comforting to have a black and white answer as to where exactly you may or may not be spotted. I found that this makes the overall stealth much easier because you essentially have more information on the enemies now. But one of the coolest parts of this Eagle Vision that I've seen so far introduces a brand new mechanic to the gameplay. As advertised, Basim grows up as a street thief during his time in Baghdad. This introduces what I think is a really cool pickpocketing aspect to the gameplay. When Eagle Vision is activated, you're able to see potential pickpocketing victims glow. All you have to do is simply walk up behind them and time up the shape to successfully pickpocket. And I think I saw an option too where you can guarantee a pickpocket, like how you could guarantee an assassination in some of the more recent games, if that's something that interests you. But this really opens up a whole new approach to the game, as it's a new way to acquire resources. Lastly, one of the first things I did when starting the game was to try and climb, jump, and run as much as I could to feel out the parkour in this game. While at first it felt a little dicey, I just figured that it was because it's been a little while since I've played Assassin's Creed. After finishing what I would call the introduction to the game, it's clear that my assumption was wrong, and that Ubisoft has made Basim the street thief and Basim the assassin two very distinguishable characters to play as. These are just my thoughts on my first time sitting down and playing the game. With that being said, I'm looking forward to seeing where the story goes and what other surprises that this game has. Leave your thoughts below if you've gotten a chance to play the game, and if you agree or disagree with anything that I've mentioned. Also be sure to subscribe to stay tuned for more Assassin's Creed Mirage content, as I'll be experiencing the game for the first time, just like the rest of you.